Hey guys, let's start this video by breaking down what we call idealism. We need to first recognize that idealism is a philosophical system. This means it is a broad category, but it's not quite as broad as what we have called the fields of philosophy. Idealism could be seen as a system within the field of metaphysics. But why metaphysics? Well, this is because the dominating theme within idealism is the claim that reality is dependent upon the mind rather than independent of the mind. Thus, as the mind and soul are unobservable aspects of reality, idealism is a metaphysical system. Now, there are extreme versions of idealism. They deny that any world exists outside of our minds, but narrower versions of idealism claim that our understanding of reality, it reflects the workings of our mind first and foremost. That is to say, the properties of objects have no standing independent of the mind's perceiving them. Here we should identify some important philosophers that share in these characteristics of idealism. One we've talked about many times before, and that is Plato. Others include George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel, Immanuel Kant, and George Berkeley.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And welcome to our bonus time, which is just a clever way of saying we couldn't fit all we needed to say in 60 seconds. And keep in mind, these videos aren't comprehensive, but an introductory. Even so, there are many different kinds of idealism that we need to talk about. The different kinds of idealism distinguish usually on the point of the mind. What is the identity and the nature of the mind, more particularly, is the question that they divide on. So some would argue that there is some objective mind outside of nature. Others might argue that it's simply the common power of reason or rationality. Others even argue that it is the collective mental faculties of a society. And there are those who focus simply on the mind of individual human beings. So let's break it down into 4 different kinds of idealism. There's Platonic Idealism. A main characteristic in that, especially dealing with the mind, would be that there exists a perfect realm. We've talked about this in the forms and ideas. So there's this perfect realm in Plato's mind, forms and ideas that our world merely contains the shadow of that realm. So that would be an example of Platonic idealism. Up next is subjective idealism. According to this system, only ideas can be known or have any reality. After that is transcendental idealism. This is mainly developed by Immanuel Kant. This theory argues that all knowledge originates in perceived phenomena, which have been organized by categories. For more on this line of thinking, check out Groundwork for the Metaphysics of Morals, written by Immanuel Kant. Here behind me, I prefer the Yale University Press edition. Fourth and final is absolute idealism. According to this system, all objects are identical with an idea, and the claim that knowledge is itself the system of ideas. It is also known as objective idealism, and this is the sort of idealism promoted by George Hegel. Unlike the other forms of idealism, there is only one mind in which reality is created.
For more information on this topic, check out the 60-Second Philosophy blog, linked in the comments section. There you will find helpful resources, links to free ebooks, and more. If you have questions about any topic in philosophy, post in the comments below, and your question could be featured in the next 60-second Q&A video. Subscribe and we'll study this together. Thanks for watching 60-Second Philosophy.